We're talking some Detroit Lions news for you folks today. We're going to talk about the power rankings. Where are the Lions sitting in the NFL power rankings? Detroit Lions make an announcement for the game on Sunday about the uniforms. Dan Campbell believes that a player is really starting to break out, at least from a rookie's perspective. Bears urge to sign a Lion who potentially could be a free agent and a former player who is a Super Bowl champion. Commentator decides to take shots at Dan Campbell. Let's go. If you're a fan of the Lions, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel. Why is that? Because we talk Lions every single day. Let's go ahead and get into this right here. Former Super Bowl champion criticizes decision by Dan Campbell. It's the fourth quarter decision. I'm sure you guys seen the talk about this. Was Teddy Bruschi. This was right after the game of the night. I seen it says, I don't know the emotional control of this coach. I mean, he's every single time. Does he have to do every single time the 4th and 1? When you're in the 31-yard line, obviously me, the former linebacker, said, this guy wants to go for it even now, and they've got to stop right here and basically give Green Bay a touchdown because all they've got to go is 29 yards, and they score a touchdown here in the different game. So you wouldn't have been in the situation. Maybe if you punt and you let your defense play against the quarterback and a tendency to throw to the other team every single time, what does it have to be every single time? He added. Now, I get the criticism of the going for it at the 31-yard line. I actually concur. I thought that was a bad decision. I think a lot of people thought it was a bad decision. But you got to take each fourth down by each situational time that you're doing it. The other fourth downs, I get why they went for it. We may disagree on if they should have, but you can do a logical reason to why they went for it. All right, he doesn't just go for it every single time to just go for it. Dan Campbell does it with a plan. He knew that the defense was banged up. We have a bunch of backups in there. You have the best offense in football, the number one offense. You got to go 1 yard, and you got Penei Sewell and David Montgomery. Of course you're going to go for it to end the game. If 40 seconds Jordan Love could throw a couple passes and it's a first down and field goal, what if there is a pass interference, right? So that's why they did it. So I disagree with Teddy Bruschi. I think he is living in the past a little bit. I think you're going to see a trend where more teams go for a fourth down. It's not a Staley situation. We're winning games. We're 12-1. Folks, we got a game up on Sunday for Lions and Bills. It's going to be a big game. So who do you got winning this game? Do you got the Detroit Lions winning? Put DET. Do you got the Buffalo Bills winning? Put BUF. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's go ahead and get into the next article right here, and this is talking about the Bears urge to sign a player, and that player is Levi Onwuzurike. It says Onwuzurike, Patrick and Mosley, all three players over from Detroit, could make a jump to their current coaches and serve as a rotational player in their respective sides of the ball. He also talked about Mosley. Tim Patrick's going to stay at Detroit. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do believe the Lions will re-sign Levi Onwuzurike. 100% believe it. And I do believe that Tim Patrick is going to be re-signed by the Lions. Now, I do not believe there's a possibility that Emmanuel Mosley doesn't get re-signed because Emmanuel Mosley is always injured. But I do believe that those two would come back. With that said, I understand why they would want to take these players. They would definitely be an upgrade for the Chicago Bears. With that said, I don't see that happening, folks. What do you guys think? Do you want the Bears to poach some of our talent? Of course you don't. Do you think they will? Hopefully not. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time, the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets to sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. Their lowest price is guaranteed. That's the Game Time guarantee. And let's keep it about going to a game is much better than being home. Lions are hosting the Buffalo Bills on Sunday in a pivotal game. CBS 425. If you want to go to the game and get seats, try Game Time. And our friends from Game Time has a new feature. It's called Game Time Picks. And what it does, it filters out all the fluff. You get the best deals on seats. So you don't have to spend hours looking on different ticketing sites to give you the best deals on tickets. Well, how do you find that? Well, you go to Game Time, go to the venue you want to go to, And then in the app, we'll look in a 3D live photo. Select the Game Time Picks button on top of the screen and automatically does the research for you. And it filters out all the tickets in the database, give you the best deals with the best seats, so you don't spend hours in a bunch of different ticketing sites trying to find the best tickets. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. And in the middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. It shows you where your seat is, and if you move the phone left to right, you can see the surrounding area kind of like a 3D live photo. Also, all pricing is right there for you. No hidden fees at checkout. Take the guesswork out buying Lions tickets with Game Time today. Do you want a deal? Go to Game Time, put in Chat Sports, and you're going to get $20 off your first purchase. Again, go to the redeem code section, plug in Chat Sports, you're going to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms that apply. You got to create an account. You got to have an email to save that money. The link is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. So if you're buying Lions tickets this year, make sure you're using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets and lowest prices guaranteed. Let's continue on here. Dan Campbell believes that cornerback Terrion Arnold is taking off, and I concur with his assessment. He says, I thought that Arnold's best game of the season when he spoke to the media the other day. But Howie did know that team's man coverage was outstanding versus Green Bay. We were really sticky in coverage, Campbell said. Were a couple things that got us in coverage, but overall our man-to-man coverage was really good. We were all over those guys, 100%. Continues on, I feel like that's where Arnold's at. He's starting to push through it, and he's gaining enough valuable reps experience, and he's not letting the grind of the season weigh him down. And he's getting better. And this is something that I've spoke about many times on this channel, is when we draft Terrion Arnold, because I talked about him before the draft, and I thought the Lions would draft him, is there's going to be some hiccups, folks. And it's okay to have some hiccups. Why is that? Because cornerbacks do that. But he's getting better every single game, folks. And when you have a corner like Terrion Arnold and Carlton Davis, you can win a lot of games. We're 12-1, and we got a big game on Sunday. So who do you got winning the game? Do you got the Lions win, put in DET? Do you got the Bills winning, put BUF? Next here, we're talking about the Lions are wearing the black uniforms for Sunday's game at 4:25. Big game. Super excited. Again, I'll just do this really quick if you didn't know. The game is at 4:25. CBS Lions are favored by 2.5 points, and the total over-under is 48.5 plus 2.5. That is the over-under for it and the winners. So just put it in there. But the Lions are going to be wearing the black unis for this game. And if you watch, too, the Bills played versus the Rams and lost 42-44. They're going to be very upset. And I'm really excited that the Lions picked this game to wear the uniforms to give them a little bit extra boost. I remember when Terrion Arnold was talking, as well as St. Brown was talking, how they love the uniforms, their favorite uniforms. And it gets them motivated. And I think in a game like this, it's a big game. We're going to go through power rankings, and you're going to see power rankings where the Bills are ranked number 2. And that's just a testament of how good the Bills are. Yes, they lost to the Rams. I mean, they put up 42 points. So the Lions are going to have to put up some points in this game because the Buffalo Bills are good. And it just goes back to what we're talking about here with Terrion Arnold and the sticky in coverage. This is going to be an extremely important game for a secondary because Josh Allen is going to test all parts of this field. And it's going to be so important with the injuries that we've seen at linebacker that we have great play from our secondary in this game. And this is why we drafted Terrion Arnold. This is why I feel we're 12-1, is our secondary has been improved thanks to Carlton Davis and Terrion Arnold additions. And obviously, Amik Robertson, you throw him in there, he has been absolutely fundamentally fantastic. Let's go ahead and jump now to the power rankings here, folks. And here we go for the power rankings after the games. We got Monday morning quarterback. Lions are number last week 1, this week 1. Bills number 2. Again, the Lions are sitting at 2. That's why it's a big game on Sunday. Lions are number 1. Last week, number 1 from the Ringer. Bills sitting at 2. Lions again, 1 USA Today. 1 again from last week. Bills number 3 there. Lions first from Yahoo Sports. Bills sitting at 4. Lions at 1. Bills at 5. Lions from CBS Sports HQ And that's Pete Prisco has got the Lions sitting at 1. And remember, he talked about how the Green Bay Packers were going to win the NFC North. Do you think he's regretting making that decision? I think he may regret making that decision because I think the Lions do win the NFC North. But let me know, what seed do you have the Lions in the playoffs? 1, 2, or 5? Let me know in the comments below. Let's continue on right here. In the 33rd, team's got the Lions sitting at 1 as well. Bills sitting at 5. Lions from Sporty News has got 1 as well. 1 across the board. Bills sitting at 6. NFL.com's Lions sitting at the number 1 spot in the NFL. I thought about making a pre-made video on this because I was really hoping that everyone would say the Lions were 1. But you know how sometimes with Kansas City out there, and they won their game in a wild fashion, so I had to wait till the power rankings came out for today and to give you that. And look, I think they are the best team in football. And what I love about this year, and I'm curious to see what you guys think, is nobody can take this away from the Lions this year. What do I mean? They cannot take this away. Well, the Lions, folks, that was the wrong graphic right there. The Lions have had a very, I thought, a strong schedule. A very strong strength of schedule, and they've beaten good teams. Okay? They're not just beating scrub teams. We're beating good teams. Beating the Packers twice, hard to do, right? Beating the Vikings, who are our 11-win football team. We've only lost to the Buccaneers, and that's the beginning of the year when our offense was starting cheeks. This team is good, folks, and our defense is good. Yeah, we're banged up, but they're holding the fort down, and they're doing a good job. We just got to continue to hold the fort down and continue to make it strong. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel so we can break out more Lions news and rumors. With that said, folks, adios.